Hello everyone, nice to see you back. Very important topic today. As you can see on the board, we have coming with a new topic with a new chapter, that is surface chemistry. What do you mean by surface chemistry? Students, you already know what we are talking here. What we are talking here, students, surface chemistry. That means something is happening at the surface. You have seen that if there is a solid and liquid, they have a surface. They have a surface. Now, what will happen at the surface? What is happening at the surface? This is important. And we know from our everyday experience that certain solids have a tendency to attract molecules on their surface. Interesting that molecules are being attracted at the surface of the solids. Which one? Gas molecules, some gas molecules. And for example, we are aware of the activated charcoal. We are aware of silica gel, alumina, clay. There are certain materials, certain substances, certain solids, they absorb certain molecules on their surface. In your homes, you have experienced what happens to your walls. The walls which you are getting stampered or colored, slowly and slowly you see they become black in color or color becoming some dust particles or something is happening to the walls. The color is fading away. Now what is happening? What is happening to the walls? You are not throwing any material on that, but there are gases in the atmosphere. They are being absorbed on the surface of the walls. And then what happens? You need, after some period of time, you find they have become too dirty and you want to get them distempered, whitewashed again. So we are aware of the surface phenomena which is happening. If you dip an electrode in an electrolyte, what happens at the interface? At the interface, you know some process is taking place. And when crystals are formed in a solution, what happens? Crystallization takes place. So corrosion, rusting of iron is happening at the surface of the iron. That means the surface of iron is absorbing some substances, some gases, some water molecules on its surface, and it is getting corroded. So these are all the examples which we are familiar with, students. So surface chemistry or the surface phenomena means that we are going to study the reactions which are taking place at the surface, at the interfaces. What we are talking of, that what we just told you, that if you consider a solid, students, this is my solid. Supposing this is a piece of the solid, students. What is happening to this? This has a surface. You see, this solid has a surface. This is the surface of the solid. And we are saying that some particles are there, gas particles or anything. They are being absorbed on the surface. They are not entering into the complete solid, but they are being absorbed on the surface of the solid. The surface of the solid, they are getting absorbed on the surface. So at the solid and this gas, we can say solid surface and gas, we represent it like this by a hyphen. So this is an interface. There is an interface. This is the interface between solid and gas. These particles are sticking to the surface. Even the table where I'm sitting, for example, there is air molecules. Some molecules are sticking on that. So this phenomena is what we're talking about, adsorption, students, adsorption. What we said that, for example, dissolution. When I dissolve a solid in a liquid, what happens at the surface? At the surface, interface is being there. When I talk of crystallization, crystals are being formed from liquid. So you have liquid solid, dissolution, solid liquid. Here crystallization, liquid to solid. This type of interface exists. And the surface chemistry is the study of phenomena. Surface chemistry is the study of phenomena, we are saying, which occur at the surface. which occur at the surface. Mainly where it is going to happen, either the solids or you have a liquid. If you have a liquid, of course, liquid has a surface. This has a surface. Liquid has a surface. This is the surface of my liquid on the top of it. So here also we can see that some process will take place. Gases, nothing is going to happen. Gases, because they intermix. Gases will intermix with each other. They don't have a surface like this. Therefore, this phenomena will not be observed with gas and gas. It only exists for solid liquids or liquid gas or gas solids. And some of the substances which I'm talking about, we already know, as I mentioned, activated charcoal, powdered charcoal. I'm saying charcoal, okay. Rather than activated, I'm saying simply charcoal right now. Powdered form of charcoal is a very good adsorbent, students. It has a strong tendency to absorb gases on its surface. You know, people working in the coal mines, they are wearing mask. A lot of people are using mask on their faces, and in the mask you will see there is a pouch. That pouch has got some adsorbent, students, which can absorb the gases or certain water molecules, etc. on its surface, So we are aware of this phenomena. It is not new to us. Charcoal, silica gel, you are saying alumina, clay, you heard about zeolites. These have got porous structures. What they have? Porous structure. They have pores inside them. Those pores can absorb certain molecules on their surface. You are aware of the catalytic hydrogenation reactions where we said nickel, you know, nickel, palladium, platinum, they act as catalyst actually because of the adsorption properties. They absorb hydrogen on their surface, So here is some of the things we know that adsorption takes place. And this chapter is concerned with the definitions, applications of the adsorption. An interesting thing for students, in exam, direct questions are given. What is chemistry? We have been telling you till now. Definitions, concepts, formulas, experiments. All this is what we are doing. And large number of definitions are there in chemistry. Unless we understand them, we cannot proceed in the chapter. So definitions in every chapter are asked in the questions papers directly. So very interesting and important. So first thing we know about it, the surface chemistry, the study of the phenomena that occur at the surface. And gases do not have any, gases intermix, they do not have any surface, therefore nothing is going to happen at their surface. But solid and gas is very common phenomena where gas molecules are getting absorbed on the surface of this. In fact, today, any item you are buying or asking for online, as soon as you open those boxes, what you see? There is a pouch in the box. A small pouch in the box. What is that pouch? What is the function of that? It's an adsorbent
Silica
actually.
gel. Yes, sir, silica gel.
That is could be charcoal, silica gel, mostly, which can absorb moisture, etc., so that the things don't get spoiled. So most of the things which you are buying, you are experiencing all this. Therefore, we know that the charcoal is a very good adsorbent. We will give evidences of this also very soon. Now, what is going to happen? What is adsorption then? First question. Definition and answers. Adsorption mean what? What is adsorption? First question. Question 1. When I write adsorption, first question is what is adsorption, students? Simple one mark question. What is adsorption? How it is different from absorption, student? You have heard about absorption also. In chemistry, we say absorb. Till now we were talking of absorb. Now I'm talking of adsorption. D. This is my D, not B. Adsorption. So adsorption is a surface phenomenon, as I told you. Here the molecules will get accumulated at the surface. At the surface, we are saying the accumulation of molecular species at the surface rather than bulk of a solid or a liquid is called adsorption. What do you mean by this? See, this is my solid. Okay, this is our solid piece posing. Inside this is my bulk. All inside is my bulk, and surface is this one. Top of this sides, all surface. So the molecules are accumulating at the surface. They have not entered the bulk of the solution or bulk of the solid. Therefore, here I have given a definition of the student: the accumulation of molecular species at the surface rather than bulk of a solid of a liquid is called adsorption. Clay, silica gel, colloids, metals, they are all acting as good adsorbents. Good adsorbents. So first thing was that definition of adsorption. Second definition, directly asked in exam many times. What is an adsorbent, students? Adsorbent. Substance which adsorbs molecule on its surface is called adsorbent. The substance which adsorbs molecule on the surface. That means you are saying substance which adsorbs molecules on its surface is called adsorbent. For example, here I have seen, say, charcoal. Charcoal we have already mentioned. These are all adsorbent: silica gel, alumina, clay, zeolites, these powdered form of catalyst, charcoal, they are all adsorbents. They are good adsorbents. Very good, very active. The pouches you see, you will see some of these there. Another term, adsorbate, students. What is adsorbate? Direct question in the exam. What is adsorbate? Those molecules which get adsorbed on the surface. You can see these gas molecules. They are sitting, accumulating at the surface of the adsorbent. So that they are adsorbate. So the substance which gets adsorbed, these gas particles which are getting adsorbed is an adsorbate. Oxygen, hydrogen, chlorine, ammonia, nitrogen, all these gas particles get adsorbed on the surface of the solids. Even on the surface of liquids also molecules get adsorbed. Fourth thing, what is desorption? What is desorption, students? What is desorption? So molecules are there. What you are saying? Molecules are there. What will happen to them? They are getting desorbed. Desorbed means these molecules which were sticking, they are removed from the surface. Is possible. How it is possible, we'll show you. So desorption is a process of removing the adsorbed substance. Removing the adsorbed substance from the surface of the adsorbent. So these particles can be removed. If I will remove them, that process will be called desorption, students. Another thing which you have heard is absorption, student. Absorption. What is absorption, students? In absorption, a substance is uniformly distributed throughout the bulk of the substance. Bulk. Where is the bulk? This is the bulk I told you, inside. So these molecules get inside and get uniformly distributed in the bulk of the solution. The molecules, what is happening? Molecules are uniformly distributed. Uniformly distributed, student, in the bulk of the material, solid bulk. They go inside that. And sometimes both adsorption and absorption takes place. What is that called? Absorption. Both adsorption and absorption. ये B, this is B, this is D. Both take place, students. Both adsorption and absorption takes place. Till now, what I've been doing, giving you definitions. Yes, definitions are important in chemistry. Chemistry is full of definitions. We must understand them. Our purpose is to understand them. Just cramming is not going to be our interest. All right, students. So far so good. We have given these definitions. Any doubt in these definitions? Tell me. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, that means we understood all this. Let us see what more is there. Uh, okay. Let me take eraser. Okay. What happened, students? This. So let me erase some part of this. You see, every system we use, we have to get used to it. Some interesting things. This is a different type of board. So I have to rub this, how it works.
Yes, sir. This is the new normal, I guess.
Everything takes some time, but everything is to be learned. You see, life is becoming like that. Every time, every moment we are doing things which are, we have to learn, learn and learn. Life is all learning, that's all. Everything is a challenge. Unless we learn something we can't do. Because during this period of time, everywhere, all over the world, you see, there is nothing else except, see, all over the world we are having this type of situation. So, some part of it, okay, helps me. Even more. How the people, those people who are making all these things. Okay, that will be enough for us. Go back to the pen. Go back to the pen. So what we have here, what we told you, now we are going to give some evidence. Every time I say we say something, there should be evidence for this adsorption. Evidence for adsorption. That is how we develop and learn science. Evidence should be there that this is an adsorbent. How will you say, sir, this is an adsorbent? We have given definitions. Now we will see the evidence. First thing, you see, you have seen dyes which are colored dyes. Colored dyes. Colored dyes, for example, you can take ink. Even supposing red ink is there. Red ink is what? It is a colored dye. Blue ink, all these dyes are colored. Those, you know, people getting their clothes dyed with different colors. Chunni dye, you know, is so common. What is that? It is a color.
Yes.
It is a dye. Now here, if I have a red ink and I put charcoal in it, powdered charcoal, and shake it, what happens? It becomes colorless. Colorless. What it shows? What it shows? That charcoal has absorbed those particles of the dye. Those particles of the dye, those solid particles were there. They are absorbed on the surface of the charcoal. It is an example of absorption. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the sugar mills, you know, yellow, the sugar which is produced is yellow in color. It has a lot of impurities. It has a lot of impurities. It is passed over. It is passed over the surface of sheets of charcoal, charcoal, and it becomes white. What comes out is white. What happened to the yellow material?
It was absorbed
Adsorbed on the surface of.
charcoal.
Okay, charcoal is a good adsorbent, very good adsorbent. So charcoal greatly used. What they did, they take a container. This has some gas in it. You can put oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, different gases, one at a time supposing. You can measure the pressure of the gas by pressure. How you can measure the pressure? There is an instrument, manometer. They will attach it and they will measure the pressure. Now you add charcoal pieces here. Charcoal. What happens? You will see the pressure decreases. Pressure decreases. What it proves? What
That
happens?
some gas was absorbed on the surface of charcoal.
Gas is absorbed on the surface of the charcoal. Okay. These are some of the experiments, student. These are some of the experiments which can be done. So if you have air, you know, air has what? Air has water vapor also. Water vapors present in air. And also it has gases. What they do, if I have silica gel, it absorbs moisture. Silica gel absorbs moisture, I'm saying. Water vapors, and it will become dry air. It is used for drying of the air. That is the pouches which you are having already. Silica gel. Silica gel is absorbing this. So organic dyes like methylene blue, etc., they become colorless by this. So alumina, clay, colloids also, they are all good adsorbents. To be a good adsorbent, they should have a structure which is porous, which can absorb molecules on their surface, So what we can do, now you will say that where is the absorption? You have seen calcium chloride,
Yes, sir.
anhydrous calcium chloride.
It absorbs water.
It absorbs AB, I'm saying, it absorbs. It's a good absorbent, whereas silica gel is an
It's a
adsorbent. This question was given.
adsorbent. Hmm.
Now is a question for exam. I put a star here, student star here. You are making your notes, you know about it. The star means is important point. This has been asked. Give an example of adsorbent and absorbent. This absorbent, the calcium chloride, the moisture goes throughout, it becomes wet completely. It becomes wet completely. You can do another experiment. You take a colored ink and dip chalk in it. Chalk. Okay? What we did? Colored ink, dip chalk in it. And now you take out. If it is posing red, the color of the chalk is red from the top, from the surface. ठीक है? You break the chalk. What do you see?
White.
Inside it is white. This is my chalk. I have broken it, students. What is interesting? See, this is red from the top. This also red from the top. But inside it is white. So the red, what was red? That was a dye absorbed at the surface. Dye is absorbed at the surface. It doesn't go in the bulk. It doesn't go in the bulk. But water, you will see it is wet from inside. What is it? Wet. Water was also there na, in the ink. So water is both absorbed and absorbed. Water is inside the chalk also. But dye is only on the surface. So water got absorbed and absorbed. What do we call this? When something is absorbed and absorbed, what we call?
Absorption.
Absorption. Absorption. These definitions are asked in the exam. This is not difficult, but we have to understand them. Simple definition. The best part of this chapter is there will be questions. And there is no numericals now. So if we can understand the basic concepts, very easy for us, just answer, we will get the answers of this. So these experiments are some of the experiments which show our evidences for what we have written. Everything we give evidence. Without that, we are not going to accept what is written in science. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
How much scientist do you have become over a period of time? Very scientific mind. Very scientific mind. You have started thinking. What is science? Thinking, that's all. If I'm not thinking, nothing is going to happen. Nothing exists for me. When I start thinking, then question starts. Why? Every time. So many things we don't know how, but why? Why Earth is attracting everything toward itself? We don't know, but it attracts. But it attracts. Interesting. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Why it attracts, I don't know why. But it is attracting, so we try to form laws for the laws of gravitation. And then we give evidence for that. And has to be evidence for everything we say. That is what the science means to us. Okay. Do we have any doubts till now?
No, sir.
So absorption is happening around us, that we know. And what are the uses? We'll see that everything has great application and uses in chemistry. And we use everything once we start understanding. If we know there is a magnet inside the earth and it has a magnetic field, we start using it once we know it. That's all scientists do all the time. And we will keep on using everything for the benefit of the mankind. Now, interesting thing. Whenever such a thing happens, we are saying there is an enthalpy of absorption. Enthalpy of absorption, very important term I am using. What do you mean by enthalpy of absorption? You know about it. What is enthalpy of absorption? Tell me, what is enthalpy of absorption?
Sir, it is actually the heat released during absorption.
So heat is evolved. This is an exothermic reaction, is an important question for paper, I am telling you. This is an exothermic process. Absorption always will release heat. Because these molecules, when they are far away, you see, as they approach, attractive force is increasing, and what will happen? As they come and stick here, this molecule come and stick here, what will happen? There will be heat, delta H negative. Heat will be evolved. It's going to be an exothermic reaction. So Every adsorption which takes place has got some heat coming out. These reactions are exothermic. Therefore, we understand now certain terms which we written here: adsorption, adsorbate, adsorbent, desorption, absorption, difference between absorption and adsorption, enthalpy of adsorption, and the gas particles getting absorbed on the surface of the solid is very well known thing. And charcoal, silica gel, they are very good adsorbents because they have a structure which is porous. It can absorb molecules on its surface. Okay, that is known to us. Now the next question will be mechanism of the adsorption. What do you mean by mechanism? Mechanism of adsorption, student. Why will anything get adsorbed? This is my solid or a liquid. This is a solid. You are saying, sir, this is a liquid. That means there is an attractive force which is present on the surface, which is absorbing and attracting the molecules toward itself. What is that attractive force and why that exists? Why the attractive force exists, students? What is the reason? You see, the surface is different from the bulk. What we are saying, environment. I'm saying environment at surface is different, students. For what? Molecules, for molecules. How it is different? If I consider a molecule inside it, this is being attracted by equal and opposite forces from all sides. Consider there are molecules around it from all the sides. If I consider this molecule at the surface, what is happening? There is an inward force. This molecule is experiencing inward force, but nothing on the top. Nothing on the top. Therefore, these forces are unbalanced. What we are saying, at the surface, we have molecules with unbalanced forces. Unbalanced. Or there is some residual force. There are more molecules which are attracting it towards inside. Yes or no? So what will happen? There is a residual force, there is an unbalanced valency on the top of this layer. On the top of this layer, the molecules here, they are getting attracted. So there will be an inward force. There is an inward force at the surface. At the surface. So because of this force acting, the force acting on the molecule inside is not the same that the force acting on the surface. Therefore, these molecules have a tendency to attract the molecules on their surface. They are going to be attracted towards the surface. So that is the reason adsorption is taking place. Adsorption is taking place. Number 1 point. Second, I am saying adsorption takes place and delta H is negative. Now, when will a reaction take place? Which property gives us that there will be adsorption? Important question. I put a star here. You have seen that in thermodynamics, we say delta G should be negative,
energy, negative,
which is equal to delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. Students, since what is delta S here? Positive or negative? For adsorption.
Delta S is negative.
This is very important question. Very important question. They asked it, what are the signs of delta H and delta S for the adsorption? I discuss many questions which are given, so you should know what we talk about. Delta S adsorption is negative. मतलब entropy of final entropy minus initial entropy. Negative means what has happened? This molecule was more randomly distributed. Its entropy is more, but it becomes attached. It has less mobility. So entropy increases or decreases?
Decreases.
So this is negative. You are saying delta S is negative. Entropy decreases. You are saying entropy decreases during adsorption, students. I have to give time to everything. I have to understand. I have to understand. Very important. Delta S is negative now. What is this? Delta G. This is negative, then this negative will become what? Positive.
Positive.
So you are saying delta G is equal to delta H plus positive. Some value X. This has some X value. If it becomes positive, what happens? Then it cannot be absorbed. If overall is positive, it cannot be absorbed. Therefore, condition delta H must be negative. What is the condition?
Delta H must be negative.
Must be negative and greater than
T delta S.
than X.
Okay.
Then only adsorption will take place. But we know adsorption is a spontaneous process, student. In nature, it is happening. I'm not doing it. It is happening by itself. Adsorption is a spontaneous process, student. So what I have proved that every adsorption will be an exothermic reaction. This question has been asked in paper. How I should adsorption be exothermic? This question has been asked. Right?
Okay.
Question
Okay.
answered?
Yes, sir.
Is the answer of the question. I put a star here.
But sir, in this expression we have temperature also.
Yeah,
So
you know that is in at a particular at a room temperature. Supposing I'm sitting, that we can say that at room temperature it is not changing. So when adsorption is happening, at that point some temperature will be there. Okay,
okay, sir.
but
So
this
increasing or decreasing temperature affects
we are not
absorption.
going into the effect of temperature. We will take it separately.
Okay.
But right now the question was why delta H should be negative.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So we have proved it by using delta G, because this question was given in the paper. Why always that it is an exothermic reaction. Always I'm saying. Otherwise this cannot take place. Not possible. This is a condition of the spontaneity of the reaction.
Okay.
So what we are trying to discuss mechanism and the sign of the delta H. Adsorption is always an exothermic process, student. Always adsorption will be there. And if you have a solution, what happens? In a solution, you have some molecules of the solute. If I have a solution, students, supposing I have solution of acetic acid. Acetic acid aqueous. What it means? Acetic acid is present in water.
Yes, sir.
Now you add charcoal. What will happen? Add charcoal. Will the concentration increase or decrease?
It will decrease.
Decrease. Because
Absorption will
solute
take place.
particles, what are the,
Acetic acid particles will absorb on the surface of charcoal.
this is the solute particles. Solute particles will get absorbed on the surface of the charcoal, students. These are the
Yes,
examples
sir.
of adsorption can happen in solution also. So these are, the question could be anything, anywhere. You see, we have to be very careful of alert. So now we understood that the basic things here, what is adsorption, what is absorption, what is desorption, what is the mechanism of adsorption, and also what is the delta H, enthalpy of adsorption. Enthalpy is very important term, because they will always be there in the exam, which we must learn and know. Enthalpy of adsorption, what it means to us. Why it is negative all the time, students? Further, now we are going to say what is the difference between. This question was given once. All the questions I am discussing along with that. Difference between adsorption and absorption. So, what is the difference?
Sir, one major difference between adsorption and absorption is that adsorption is a surface phenomena, whereas absorption is a bulk phenomena.
Very good answer. Absorption. What you are saying, it is a surface phenomena. One of the best answer you have given. Phenomenon. Should not do a spelling mistake. And absorption is a bulk phenomenon. You understood the meaning of bulk, na? It's all inside, going inside. And concentration is more at the surface.
Yes, sir.
And one more important point I told you. What happens here? Concentration uniform throughout. Very important.
Throughout.
Second point. Concentration is uniform
Throughout.
throughout. Throughout is important word. Important word. So when we know something, na, we should write the most important thing in exam. You are so intelligent that you can make it. That's why I am putting more hard work for you. You can see that how I teach. I put more pressure on my mind before I explain to you what is happening. When you will understand, you will never forget. But if you won't understand, you will always forget. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
This is a story of, I'm telling you, all are cramming, and what they will do in exam, they will forget. And you will see that here the rate also has got something. The rate here is, here the rate is high in the beginning. High in the beginning. And then it decreases. And here is a uniform rate.
Form rate.
Okay, you can take screenshot as and when you feel like, because whatever you get it is important. You will not get everything in the books again, I'm telling you.
Yes,
I have
sir.
to work a lot for these lectures, lessons. I'll try to see the previous papers and see what type of questions have been given. And then I try to discuss all of that. Many questions have been discussed here, which will be there in the paper already. So, difference can be asked to delta G, delta H negative, and mechanism, all these residual forces, everything we know. Now question is the types of adsorption. Here I have written types of adsorption, students. Types of adsorption. See, what is the meaning of a type of adsorption? Why we have to go? Mainly we are talking of adsorption of gas on solid. The most important part is gas adsorption on solid. And as I've been talking about charcoal, silica gel, all this, mainly for this. There are two types of adsorptions which have been given in your book also. One is called physisorption, other is called chemisorption. But I'm talking about physical adsorption or physisorption, students. Second, chemisorption. The meaning itself, when you know so well everything now, that how we learn, the meaning of the word should be known to us. What is the meaning of physical adsorption? Physical means what force should be there?
Sir, only van der Waals forces should be there.
Physical force, bond, there is no bond now, right or wrong? But
Yes,
chemi
sir.
means what?
Bond formation will be there.
There will be chemical reaction, chemical bond. What I mean by chemical reaction? You say bond breaking, bond formation, all this we have been telling you. So these words will explain to us. So here I have written some of the important points about physical adsorption. Students, always, how many things are there? Adsorbent and adsorbate.
Adsorbate.
What is adsorbent? What is
Uh,
adsorbent?
Sir, adsorbent is a substance on the surface of which adsorption takes place.
This definition was given, student wrote the other way around because they were confused. What is that adsorbate?
Sir, adsorbate is a substance which is adsorbed on the surface of
Gases from the atmosphere. You got it? So
Yes, sir.
some way to in our mind that some mimics we used to get it. What is happening? Because definition is given in the paper. That also was written wrong. So you can see that we get doubts. If we are not understood, we will be in doubts all the time. So adsorbate is held on the surface of adsorbent by weak van der Waals forces. This is important. Now I'm putting a stars here. This is a star, student, means it's important. It could be answer of many questions in the exam, I'm telling you. Got it? What is the main thing here? The adsorption is done by the weak force, which is the van der Waals force. Van der Waals force you studied in 11th class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, London dispersion forces and dipole, induced dipole and hydrogen bond. They were all in van der Waals forces. So van der Waals is a big guy, a big man. He is everywhere. Some scientists are everywhere. They will never vanish. You can go to DNA, RNA. Again, they will talk of these forces. His name is always there. R is everywhere. You see the gas constant R. Do you see it or not?
Yes, sir.
I don't know how it comes, where it comes. Every time we are putting R. ले भाई यहाँ भी आ गया. Somebody says कि सर R कहाँ से आता है हर बार. I don't know where it comes. It's a big person for our science. It comes in physics, in chemistry, everywhere it comes. So ऐसी चीजें हैं, they repeat and come. Van der Waals will come everywhere in the world. It never finishes. Because of property, basic fundamental properties of the atoms, matlab. So what we can do with it? All the mind power. And what happens? He says a physics option is a non-specific. Non-specific. You are saying it is non-specific. Now what is the meaning of non-specific? Tell me.
Sir, non-specific nature of physisorption means that it is not specific for a particular type of gas. It doesn't show any preference for one gas because we know that van der Waals forces are universal forces.
And to some extent, we would say yes, because we will explain it more very soon. Because further, it is reversible. In science, I am using a lot of reversible, irreversible. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Reversible means what? It can be dissolved, then it can be adsorbed.
Absorbed.
You will increase the temperature, give it heat, it will be dissolved, and then again it can be adsorbed. So process is reversible. Reversible process is in chemistry. Further, he said the amount of gas depends on the nature of the gas. Easily liquefiable gases adsorb to a greater extent than hydrogen, helium. Higher the critical temperature, more will be the extent of absorption. I put a star here, students. Big star. This point. Now you can tell me why did I do that? This point. Is a question in the paper I am telling you. And expected question. You know, liquefaction of the gas you have read in the 11th class.
Yes, sir.
Liquefy. Why the gas liquefies? Are you cool, and then it becomes liquid. Why it is the reason gas will liquefy? Tell me.
The particles, the molecules of the gas will come closer.
Okay, then why will a gas liquefy? One thing, tell me. You know it.
Attractive forces between the molecules.
That is the right answer. Unless there is an attractive force, they cannot form a liquid. Now, the stronger the attractive force, the more easy to liquefy.
Liquefy, yes, sir.
And the critical temperature will be higher or less, tell me.
Critical temperature will be lesser.
Wrong now. This is a mistake. So I had doubt there. This is a question in the paper. This is a question in the paper now. Array, you are cooling a gas. The temperature is decreasing. The one which has a higher critical temperature will liquefy first.
Higher, yes, sir. Higher critical temperature.
ठीक है? Gas which has a higher
Okay.
critical temperature will become liquid first. Nitrogen has posing very less critical temperature, then it will be difficult to liquefy it.
Liquefy.
Difficult to liquefy hydrogen gas. More easy to liquefy ammonia. Right? So
Yes, sir.
if the attractive force is stronger, they will liquefy faster. The critical temperature will be higher. So physics option will be more in those which have a higher critical temperature because they are likely to be having stronger attractive force at the surface.
Surface.
This is an important question has been asked in paper.
Okay.
So I have linked the adsorption with critical temperature for physical adsorption. Students, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Because it's going to be there in the paper. I'm telling you. Here students do a lot of mistakes. They don't know what they're doing. The extent of absorption increases with increase in surface area. That you already know, not a big thing.
Yes, sir.
Surface area more absorption. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So why do you finally powder the metals for doing the reactions? Catalytic hydrogenation. You use finely divided metals. Why? When you powder
Because
something,
finely divided metals surface area increases.
so powder surface area increases. Powder is you whatever medicines you are taking powdered form, they will be more effective. Surface area will be more.
More.
So all the good adsorbent activated charcoal means what? Activated. You have activated it, powder it, surface area increases and they become better and better. There are weak van der Waals force of attraction between adsorbent and adsorbent. It has low enthalpy of adsorption. Low. Question important. Why low? Delta H low. How much? Minus 20 to
20 to
40
40.
kilojoules per mole. Why low? Because the force is van der Waals force.
Van der Waals forces.
Weak force is. So low temperature is favorable. If I will increase the temperature, what will happen? Desorption. They are
Yes, sir.
weakly absorbed on the surface. So they will fly off. So no appreciable activation energy is needed. No appreciable activation energy is needed. Do you need activation energy?
No, sir.
No bond formation is there. So very small amount of activation energy. Physical force, only weak van der Waals force. It forms multi-molecular layers. That means, what do you mean by multi-molecular layers?
Many layers.
You have these molecules on more molecules, students, more molecules. Why? Because force is weak. Van der Waals type. Force is weak. Van der Waals type. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we end up with the first part of it, and you have been answering questions so intelligently. So good that you are participating in everything, and you can see that this topic you have understood it so well, and many questions have been asked which were there in the papers, previous year papers also. So we see you next time then with a more information on surface chemistry. Is an important topic for many reasons because here is a scoring topic for us. We'll be able to score.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, then we'll meet you in our next class.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.